तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्दिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गलकाली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्री स्वाहा स्वादा नमोस्तुते। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। Sairam Lyn, Sairam from Malaysia.
Sairam Sharma, Sairam from New Zealand. Welcome to our listeners. We welcome each and every one of you to our satsang. Thank you, Bhagwan, for giving us all this opportunity to listen to stories of your glory and your wisdom and your unpredictability, shall we say. The title of today's talk is, You Can Still Write to Swami. In the days when Swami was here in his physical form, many of us took the opportunity to write letters to him wherever we were in the world, and even while we were in the ashram, because we knew that we could offer our letter to Swami and he might just bless us by taking it. We knew he would read it from top to bottom, even though he already knew what was in the letter. He read it from top to bottom, he said, to give that satisfaction to the devotee, because he knew the devotee was hoping he read the entire letter from start to finish. Afterwards, he would give the letters to some of his trusted boys who would burn the letters to ash. When Swami left his physical form, some people said to me, "Oh no, I can no longer write to Swami. I can no longer go to Prashanti Nilayam and write him a letter and hope he will take it." Because that was one way that you could have a direct communication with Swami, even if you weren't being called for interview. And you will have seen many pictures of Swami in darshan and videos of him taking many, many letters until his hand was so full he could hardly hold the bundle. Then he would pass them to an attendant who was walking with him, and he would start all over again. I used to sometimes think, "Swami, you need a mail bag over your shoulder to hold all of these letters." But no, this is how he handled letters. And sometimes, as I have said before, he would throw the letter back. And we don't understand always why he would do that. But we will always get a great flash of joy in our hearts when he took the letter, because we knew at least he would read it and become aware of our problem. Oh, we were asking him for help. Now, I'm here to tell you that just because Swami left his physical body does not mean you cannot write to him. And you will notice on the thumbnail I have given the proper address for writing to Bhagwan. You see, you can write a letter to him still, and I know people do this and put it on their altar. And that is also a good way to get out of your mind, out of the mental world, onto paper using a pen, brings your concerns and requests to Swami out of the mental universe and puts it into the physical universe. And even writing about your situation, your problem, your request, seeing it in front of you in black and white or whatever colors you are writing in, actually helps you get your difficulty or whatever it is you need onto paper. And this is what writers do. They are getting always involved with stories, and they need to get them out of the mind and onto paper. Everyone has got this ability to write. Everyone can write down their concerns. What I learned from the doctors while I was in the ashram was the proper way to write to Swami. And that is to write to him as if he is your dearest friend. It does not need to be a very formal letter. It can even just begin it by saying, "Beloved Bhagwan, I offer you my humblest pranams at thy divine lotus feet." And then itemize what you need to be answered. Swami likes detail. You can bullet point it The doctors taught me that. They said, Swami knows everything, but he likes to be informed. Size, shape, weight, form, descriptions, names, just as if you were writing to a creative director. He needs to be informed, or a supply manager. He needs to be informed. If it's a certain amount of money, you should specify it and then tell him what you want to use it for. If it is a situation with the family, you give the names, you give the ages, you give where they live. Not the address necessarily, but you can say, well, either Swami, they are here in the house, or Swami, they are just down the street. Give him details. He likes details. And the doctor said this is the proper way to write to him. And of course, always express your love to him and your complete faith. Now, if you write to him now, and I always advise people, take the full step, because Swami said, you take one step towards me, I take 10 towards you. Write the letter, put it in an envelope, address it nicely, put the stamp on it, the airmail sticker if you are not in India, and put it in the post box. As you do so, say Om Shri Sai Ram, or you ask someone to post it for you. But this is the best way to write to Swami. And I can assure you, the minute you have finished that letter and posted it, the whole process of answering the letter begins to go into motion. You do not know how he is going to answer the letter, but rest assured, he will answer it in such a way that it answers the greatest good for all. You may get an answer even before the letter arrives in Prashanti Nilayam. There is a letter basket next to the Samadhi. There is also a basket with rose petals and basket for invitations, but there is also a basket for letters. It is in close proximity to the powerful vibrations that are coming from that divine superconductor that is the Samadhi. And so I encourage everyone, if you are struggling with some problem or you feel Swami is not listening to you, you're not getting an answer from Swami, write to Swami. If the doctors considered it so important that they sent Swami notes every single day, not just one or two, but they couriered letters and notes to Swami from the super hospital every day, informing Swami on the situation with their patients, which drugs were being administered, what treatment the patients were getting. They never left it just to their own opinion as to what would be done. They were constantly asking Swami, is this the right thing? Did I do the right thing, Swami? Can you please help me, Swami? Because these doctors understood they are not in charge of life and death. Only Bhagawan is in charge of life and death. As he said, only God is in charge of life and death. So even the doctors understood that there is no greater strength that we have in the physical things we can do, that when we need an answer from Swami and we're not getting it in our heart or in any other meditation or sign or signal from Swami or a voice from within, and this happens even to some of his greatest and most long-standing devotees. Sometimes they say to me, Lyn, he's not answering me. I'm not getting an answer. I say, write him a letter. He is watching everything you do. He wants you to take that extra step of coming closer, closer, closer to him. Don't worry about the postage. He will provide everything for you, the money for the stamp. Just do it, do it, do it. He loves it. I can tell you from writing many, many letters to Swami, how kindly he has responded and how incredibly unexpected some of his answers can be. I will not say how he will answer your letter, but I can assure you he will not only receive it the minute you have written it, he will begin to set in motion what is good and best for you and everyone else that you have mentioned in the letter. Because sometimes our problems are so knotty, and I mean Knotty, full of knots. Swami said, I can undo all the problems you have however knotty, Knotty, because we feel tied up in knots in our stomach sometimes when we have a problem that we cannot solve or something that's really bothering us, and we can't really talk to anyone about it and get a good answer. Let Swami undo those knots. Write to Swami. Here's the address. Put a stamp on it. Put it in the letterbox and say, Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Tasmat karunya bhavena raksha raksha Sai Ishwara. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Sai Ishwara Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.